media has become increasingly popular ever since the social media boom in 2003. With this, there has continued to be more and more people using social media sites, and among those users are people who use social media to access news and political information. So this led me to think about what their effects are having on politics, and eventually led to my research question of what are the negative effects social media has on politics. The electronic explosion in 2003 has led to an increase of political knowledge being spread in which social networks have negatively impacted democratic debates as well as caused the spread of false political knowledge and news to users of social media. Furthermore, the author Edward Kessler further discusses the idea of false political knowledge in his article Social Media and Movement of Ideas, where he states that the coarsening of social media use has led to a fashionable incorrectness of political information. And ever since the first social media platform of MySpace came out in 2003, people from all over the world began to use social media from there on out. And in the chart behind me, you can see that in 2005, the number of users for YouTube and MySpace were only a few million. However, those numbers rose exponentially into 2018, where the users were in the billions with social media platforms such as Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. And with this information of how many social media users there are, I want to see exactly how many use social media sites to access news and political information. In a 2018 study conducted by author on digital marketing and data, you can see that the percent of social media users is pretty high for mainstream media sites of Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. However, with these higher percentages of users accessing the news via social media, it is causing a spread of false knowledge, as discussed with Kessler's article. And to delve further into this issue, author Kyun Kim, that writes for Sage Journals, further acknowledges that the hostile media perception has important democratic consequences in that it is positively associated with individuals' trust in news coverage. And with this, we can understand more that social media is having it's causing more flaws in politics. So, with this knowledge of false information being spread, there needs to be changes made. A start would be social media platforms updating their guidelines and terms of use page, and this is because most false political information being spread is due to users posting their own political opinions, which is causing the spread of biased information. However, this has its limits to how effective it will be, and for example, the terms of use page can only prohibit so much, meaning that for things to be going against the terms of use page and guidelines, they would have to contain specific key terms and another implication is that the terms of use and guidelines will only be effective if people find a way around them. Although, with the updated terms of use page and guidelines, it will cause people to think more about what they are commenting and drastically decrease the amount of false information being spread. And another possible solution could be creating a website tailored to discussing political knowledge and sharing opinions on political information. An app like this will give those who usually access the news via social media their own outlet to discuss politics and their own opinions with others who also share those interests. However, the issue with creating a new app or website is that it would take a lot of time and resources to develop, and people will eventually go back to using their regular social media sites out of habit and convenience. But having this new social media platform will decrease the amount of political knowledge being spread to those who do not want to see it.
Okay, a couple questions for you, Allie. First one is, what information did you need before you began your research, and then how did that information help shape your research?
Information I needed before beginning my research was exactly who was being affected by politics on social media, and that led me to research how many users of social media were focusing more on knowledge of politics, and
Okay, and then your second one would be, explain the level of certainty that you have about your conclusion, solution, or recommendation.
Yes, I have a pretty high level of certainty with my solutions I suggested because social media users are going to continue to use social media platforms no matter what because the internet is going to increase over time and not decrease. So that caused me to think of how social media sites could change to help those users view political knowledge better without